What is self-love? Self-love is a term that is often thrown around in popular culture, yet its true meaning and implications are often misunderstood. At its core, self-love refers to a deep and abiding sense of self-acceptance and appreciation. It is a state of being in which one is able to recognize their worth and value as a unique individual, and to treat themselves with the kindness, respect, and compassion they deserve. Self-love is a critical aspect of overall well-being, as it lays the foundation for a healthy sense of self-esteem, resilience, and emotional stability. When we love ourselves, we are better equipped to cope with the challenges of life, to form and maintain healthy relationships, and to pursue our goals and dreams with confidence and clarity. Despite its many benefits, self-love is often difficult to achieve, particularly in a society that places so much emphasis on external validation and achievement. Many people struggle with feelings of self-doubt, self-criticism, and even self-hatred, which can be deeply ingrained and difficult to overcome. One of the key components of self-love is self-acceptance. This means accepting ourselves for who we are, flaws and all, rather than constantly striving for an idealized version of ourselves that may not be realistic or attainable. When we practice self-acceptance, we are able to embrace our strengths and weaknesses, and to recognize that our imperfections are what make us unique and valuable. Another important aspect of self-love is self-care. This refers to the intentional and ongoing practice of taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Self-care can take many forms, from getting enough sleep and exercise to engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. When we prioritize self-care, we are sending a message to ourselves that we are deserving of love and attention, and that our well-being matters. Self-love also involves setting boundaries and saying no when necessary. This means recognizing our limits and being willing to assert ourselves when our needs are not being met or when we are being treated unfairly. When we set healthy boundaries, we are demonstrating self-respect and self-worth, and sending a message to others that we value ourselves and expect to be treated with dignity and respect. Ultimately, self-love is a lifelong journey, and it requires ongoing effort and attention. It is not something that can be achieved overnight, but rather it is a process of continual growth and self-discovery. Some strategies that can help us cultivate self-love include practicing self-compassion. This means treating ourselves with the same kindness, understanding, and empathy that we would offer to a close friend who is going through a difficult time. Identifying our values and priorities. When we have a clear sense of what is important to us, we are better able to make decisions that align with our true selves and bring us a sense of fulfillment. Celebrating our successes. Rather than focusing solely on our failures or shortcomings, it is important to also acknowledge and celebrate our achievements and accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences. This means seeking out people, activities, and environments that uplift and inspire us, rather than those that bring us down or make us feel unworthy. Embracing our uniqueness. When we celebrate our individuality and honor our differences, we are better able to recognize and appreciate our own worth and value as a person. In conclusion, self-love is a vital component of overall well-being and happiness. It involves cultivating a deep and abiding sense of self-acceptance, self-care, and self-respect, and requires ongoing effort and attention. When we practice self-love, we are better equipped to navigate the ups and downs of life, to form healthy relationships with others, and to pursue our goals and dreams with confidence and clarity. While self-love is not always easy to achieve, it is a journey that is worth embarking on. By practicing self-compassion, identifying our values and priorities, celebrating our successes, surrounding ourselves with positive influences, and embracing our uniqueness, we can begin to develop a deep and abiding sense of self-love that will support us throughout our lives. It is also important to note that self-love is not selfish or narcissistic. In fact, when we love ourselves, we are better able to show love and compassion to others. By taking care of our own needs and treating ourselves with kindness and respect, we are able to show up more fully for the people in our lives, and to make a positive impact in the world around us. In a society that often places so much emphasis on external validation and achievement, self-love can be a radical act of resistance. By rejecting the idea that our worth is determined by our accomplishments or appearance, and by embracing the unique and valuable person we are, we can create a more compassionate and just world for ourselves and for others. In conclusion, self-love is a multifaceted concept that involves cultivating a deep and abiding sense of self-acceptance, self-care, and self-respect. While it is not always easy to achieve, it is a journey that is worth embarking on, as it lays the foundation for overall well-being, resilience, and happiness. By practicing self-compassion, identifying our values and priorities, celebrating our successes, surrounding ourselves with positive influences, and embracing our uniqueness, we can begin to develop a deep and abiding sense of self-love that will support us throughout our lives.